On today's episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, we're going to be talking about Mads Mikkelsen officially cast for Grindelwald, Rob Liefeld approves for Deadpool 3 is in development, and also Wesley Snipes rumored for a villain in the Blade reboot. All this and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, welcome back to this episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Movie Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, and with me as always, old school gaming and movie specialist, Uncle Willie.
Sorry.
The fuck are you doing?
Finishing up my chips.
Your chip? Why
Listen.
Why you have chips, Willie?
Listen, let me explain something to you. These aren't just regular chips.
Okay, what are they?
They're sweet Southern Heat barbecue Lays.
Just because you're my boy, I am going to forgive you because that sounds amazing. But
You ain't
damn
got
it,
a
Willie.
fucking choice.
I know I don't, but we have a show to do. We have people, and you're just here munching. And the fact is, I'm here munching, you're munching, and I want some of those chips right now.
Whatever. I'm munching chips. You're munching words. I saw you practicing Rob Liefeld.
Oh my God. Okay. This episode is brought to you by DDD. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, the description down below. I hate you, Willie. Make sure to copy the promo code, click on the link, and put it on the shopping cart and save yourself 10%. But guys, remember also, we're having a Black Friday special, which if you go there now and you buy one tub, they're going to give you another tub for free. So act now, get that update, get that free promo, get it now. It's a Black Friday deal, guys. You cannot go wrong. Also, within our stories in the description, we have timestamps where we're going to be mentioning a bunch of stories. And if you guys want to skip ahead and look at certain other stories we have there, please, by all means, click on those stories. But if you want to listen to the whole podcast, thank you. And that's awesome of you guys to do that. And make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification button just to know when we come up with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 gaming podcasts in the beginning and the end of the week, and 1 movie podcast smack that in the middle. And just before we get started, remember guys, we're not going to have a show this Friday because it's Black Friday, it's a holiday, and I think you guys deserve to take a break and enjoy yourself this Friday. But we will be back on Monday.
You're saying that they deserve a break from us?
Yeah. They do.
Why?
I mean, think about it. Don't they?
Why would they want a break from us?
Dude, it's so much awesome you can only take. I don't want them to get bored of us.
I mean, okay.
But guys, let's get started.
Let's.
So Willie, I know we've been talking about movie theaters and everything, of course, every Wednesday, but this was actually pretty new, and it's over 600 U.S. movie theaters are reclosing heading into Thanksgiving weekend, meaning 646 theaters are going to be closing again temporarily in the U.S. during this whole holiday season. And it looks like another 60 theaters are going to be closing in Canada also, which means it's going to be over 700 theaters closing North America due to this whole, Black Friday. I mean, not Black Friday, excuse me. The Backstreet Boys tour.
I mean, if I were movie theaters, I wouldn't want to open on Black Friday either, but...
Can you imagine? We're getting tickets half off.
Yeah, well, they're doing that now.
Yeah.
Not working.
No, seriously. But still, all this is happening again. And it looks like it's a scary time for movie theaters, to be honest, to be closing 700 pretty much in all North America and other places as well.
I mean, think about it. Considering how bad things are, people have already have proven over the last couple of months, they don't want to risk going to movie theaters. Like
it's
now,
true.
It's a big thing for a movie to debut, making $4 million the whole weekend. $4 million.
That's chump change. Technically,
back in the olden days, before the Troubles, $100 million sometimes wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Now they're happy with 4.
That's crazy, dude. That is extremely crazy. And the fact that it's happening now, it's just mind-blowing. But another thing that's mind-blowing to me, Willie, that even though theaters are closing, they're still going to be hosting theater. No, they're going to have certain theaters open for private events, which starts at $99, which with taxes and that's only AMC, but with taxes and all, it's going to come out to $149. But you can rent a whole auditorium for just you, 20 people, and maybe a couple more, who knows, but that you can trust to go see certain movies like the Croods and that Freakly movie from Blumhouse. Freaky. Yeah. You're gonna have a whole auditorium, a whole auditorium for yourself to watch a movie like this and whatnot. So do you think, even though they're closing, do you think they're gonna benefit having to do something like that? Maybe like $100 per 2 hours of a flick.
Well,
do you think they're going to make any quarters?
They have to do something to try to drum up some interest. Maybe people will be interested in going to a theater if they're basically renting out that whole theater.
That'd be interesting. I mean,
a funny thing is, I had the conversation with a friend of mine. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know her.
Yeah.
And I told her, this was before the Troubles. And we were talking about how the movie theater experience in itself has gotten stale. And we were thinking of ways to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
My concept, because it's me and I am who I am, was rent out an auditorium, but like to the point where you have the popcorn and all the other snacks right there in the theater with you, and the auditorium with you, and you have a private bar.
That'd be awesome.
Because again, we're talking about me here. And they have to do something. AMC doesn't want to stay closed. A lot of movies that are, that have been delayed because of all the troubles are trying to be released. The theaters want them to be released because that's how they make their revenue. Here's a movie, come see it. Maybe giving them a private experience where, small groups of people that trust each other, like you said, and are willing to pay money to go into a theater that's been cleaned up just for them. Maybe they'll get asses in seats.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, honestly, to me at least, like, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, if you're gonna be cleaning the theaters and doing things per viewing, I guess. I'm not sure how long is their cleanup crew or what they spray around the whole area. Like maybe they Lysol the shit out of it, or they put like a Lysol bomb in there, boom, and it just cleans up everything. But who knows? But I don't see it as a bad idea if, let's say, for instance, like for us, the Miami Geeks, that let's say, for instance, we rent out a theater for a certain movie and we do giveaways for certain seats to see. Let's say this was last year or the year before that, where we could see Endgame or something like in this matter. Can you think about something like that?
I'll tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
Not $100 just to rent an auditorium for 10. Let's say it's for 20 people.
Uh-huh.
Let's do this. $300. Put a bar there. BYOB. Yeah. Just have the mixers there for us. We'll mix our own drinks.
That'd be awesome.
What?
That'd be awesome.
What?
Oh my God.
I would do that in a heartbeat. I mean, I will forget half of the movie.
But we'll have a great time. We'll have a great time. And also, Willie, let's not forget, make sure that they make our burgers with an egg on it.
Oh, no. Okay. I'm trying to cut down the number of people involved.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to avoid, the coming of the plague. I would. I don't know. I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't mind having someone, but the idea is to have a contained event, just me and the people that came with. This will be the first time when a movie theater will allow you to take food in.
That'd be interesting.
Because they got to make their money. But still, $300. Me and then we'll do a guys' night. We'll get all the Miami Geeks, the digital crack crew. We'll go to the movie theater. Leave a bar there for us. Have just the mixers. We'll take our own booze.
It'll be fun. It'll be great. And you know what? And hell, we can even be there, and let's say right now, and do like a live recording because it's just us. I mean, hello. We could do a live recording and be talking about the movie while we're in the theater. Be like, hey guys, we're here at AMC. We rented the whole movie theater out, and we're going to talk to you about this movie. And we're going to do a live reaction of the movie, but not facing the freaking theater. So you're going to see our face.
Can you imagine? I walk in watching Black Widow. I come out thinking I saw Star Wars.
Man, Leia looks weird.
Wow. Luke has red hair, and he shot that dude in the face.
Man, but still, I think it's an interesting concept for them to do something like that. I mean, it's still messed up that they're going to be closing temporarily certain theaters in all North America, but that whole $100 rent a theater thing, it sounds interesting to me, at least. Like, at least for our occasions and maybe for a family event. That's all I can say.
The real question is, how many people would risk it? How many people would risk doing that?
That is true. That is true. I mean, and with that question, Willie, that I kind of like that you brought it up, I would like to see our fellow viewers to see what they think about this. What do you guys think about something like that? Let's say right now, if we were to throw an event like this and we were like, hey, we're going to be giving away tickets to come see a certain movie at a theater here in Miami. Who is willing to come? I mean, it's a big auditorium, and it's going to let 20, maybe a smidge more people. Nah, so that means you could be sitting.
I would say the 20 people is a hard limit. 20.
No, because that's what they're No, I know, but that's what they're offering in AMC. So it would be like a 20, maybe a smidge more to go to an auditorium, meaning you're gonna have certain sitting areas you can sit in and not be bothered. So, were you guys still willing to go see a movie with us if we were to do something like that, or the thought of the whole human malware attacking people is still kind of like freaks you out a little bit? Please make sure to comment down below. We would love to hear your thoughts about this. And Willie,
sir.
I know I'm gonna mess up this part. I said the name, Mads Mikkelsen, right?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen. Sorry, guys.
I don't know how mad he is, but his name is Mads.
Yeah, well, Mads Mikkelsen, he's officially cast for Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts 3. So, I love the guy. He is great as a villain. Now, the fact that he's replacing Johnny Depp's role in this movie, it kind of throws me off a little bit because, as we all know, Johnny Depp is a really good actor. He's not bad. He's in a lot of movies, though. But he's not a bad actor in certain movies. So I'm not sure how to take this movie, being that he's in it as the main villain, and they took out Johnny Depp. Even though this is still going on with WB and whatnot, who knows? They might even try to give him the movie back. But now with this saying it's officially cast, it's kind of like already a permanent thing to us. So, Willie, what is your thoughts about the fact that they did this? I know you haven't seen the movies. I only saw, I think it was the first one, the first Fantastic. Oh, no, it was the second one where he came out, which I thought was phenomenal. Yeah, which was phenomenal, badass. But now my thought is this happening. So how are you gonna explain the total makeover this guy's gonna have?
I mean, it's not the first time a movie series or any series whatsoever has had a casting change. Let's not forget that Rhodey looked a little different from one movie to the next in Iron Man.
Yeah, but, you're right.
I mean, these things happen, and whatever, they'll figure out a way to make it stick. At least Mads Mikkelsen is, I mean, historically he's always played bad dudes. Very bad dudes,
but dude, the thing is that he has this memorable face of being a bad guy, which I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, you can look at him and you're like, can you ever play a good guy with having that face?
That's not cool, because as the great Zangief once said, just because he's a bad guy doesn't mean he's bad guy.
I'm sorry, you better enter a quarter because Zangief never died.
I said great. I didn't say I stopped myself when I said late because he didn't die.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I see Mads Mikkelsen, I'm always gonna see Lashif from Casino Royale.
Yes. Well, he looks fucking cool as hell in the movie.
He was awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
The first Bond movie that I was like really jacked up for, because Daniel Craig is a great Bond and Le Chiffre was a great villain.
Yeah. I agree. But yeah, I just feel like it's just a little odd. But again, let's see how he carries on in this movie. He might even be something better than what Johnny Depp was. And I don't like to compare people, but all we have to do is just wait to see when the Fantastic Beasts Part 3 comes out, and let's see how he does. I mean, that's all we can do, right? Really?
I will say that the thing with Johnny Depp was that he was pretty much one note. Like once he did Captain Jack Sparrow, pretty much all the movies from there on was just another Jack Sparrow.
I see what you're saying. Like he doesn't break character for certain movies, and he just
no.
Sticks
It's just
to
that he found his groove and he stuck to it. Remember Lone Ranger?
I'd never seen it. I wanted to see it, but I didn't afterwards. Weird.
Don't. It's just don't.
Okay, I won't do it. You know what, Willie? You know how I have a bad tendency of forgetting things. I'm just gonna forget this one.
Yeah, do that. Just like you forgot to watch Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch. No, I know. I still have that in my. I have to watch it, Willie. I know I do. Relax. Mm-hmm. It's still in my biblical book of all movies I have to see before I die.
It's not that serious.
Well, but it's a best piece of shit you said.
It's the most amazing, most incredible piece of shit movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
That. I'm still gonna watch it. I'll probably watch it right after the show anyways. But we shall continue this conversation later though.
Yes.
So let's continue with this part, which it kind of hits me a little hard because this one character or actor, I'll say voice actor because I don't really remember him in certain other movies, but X-Men's animated series Magneto, David Hemblen, right? Okay, David Hemblen dies at the age of 79. So he was already an older gentleman already, and I understand how life goes, but he will be dearly missed. I mean, being the fact that he was actually one of the voice characters who performed Magneto in the X-Men animated series, which I always loved that show. I loved that show a lot. And the fact that he passed away, it kind of bothers a little bit, not too much, but enough to be like, it kind of hits you. And he died on November 16th at the age of 79. So
yeah,
it still hits you. You know what I'm saying?
The animated series was past my time. I always say that because I'm an old goat. But the animated series was the first series that really, really mainstream made the X-Men mainstream. Mm-hmm. The X-Men were always my favorite in comics, and it was cool to see an animated series that did them justice. And yeah, he was the voice of probably one of the best villains in Marvel Comics.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And it's a shame.
Yeah, man. He's also been in Star Trek. Sorry, not Treks. The fuck.
Wow, you're really messing up the easy ones now.
No. I'm thanks to you. I'm just saying that right now. Thanks to you. It's all your fault, Willie.
I know he wasn't in Star Trek itself.
Yeah.
It was a series called Earth Final Conflict, mm-hmm. which was based off ideas of Star Trek. But
yeah, which was kind of like to it, but I don't know how. Whatever. But still, he was in that show. I'd never really seen it, but all I know him, all I know he was just Magneto to me. That's all I can say right now. Yeah,
he's Magneto.
So hopefully, if he's listening to us from the great heavens of above, I hope you rest easy and take care, guy. Yeah. So, Rob Liefeld approved for Deadpool 3, which is in development, and I am excited. I'm not sure if you're excited like I am, Willie, but I am excited because they're going to be announcing this 3 moving forward in Marvel Studios. So, since Disney acquired Fox TV and movie assets and everything in between, so Kevin Feige and the company will be handling X-Men, Fantastic Four, and they're going to be tying those characters in the MCU, supposedly. So that means the Merc with the Mouth will be played by Miles Morales. I was going to say, wow. He's going to be by Ryan Reynolds, and he's going to be in the MCU somehow. How is he gonna be in there? God only knows. But the fact that it's happening, it's shocking already. Willie,
I think it's funny that people were hanging on Rob Liefeld's blessing. Yes, he created Deadpool, but I want you to know the Deadpool he created is not the Deadpool that you see in the movies now.
no, at all. He was actually like he was a badass.
No, he was basically Deathstroke.
Yeah, a badass. That's what I'm saying.
He literally was copied off of Deathstroke. Remember that Deathstroke's name is Slade Wilson.
Yeah. This one's Wade Wilson. Yeah.
All Rob Liefeld did is draw him.
Yeah. That's all. And they just wanted his blessing for this part 3. Which I was like, really?
I didn't think they needed him. If anything, the one person they should have gotten the blessing of was Gail Simone, because she was the one that gave Deadpool the character he has now.
Interesting.
Before he was just a dry ass mercenary, yet another dry ass mercenary. But that's because whatever.
Well, I'm just gonna say that Gail Simone is our hero, so fuck that.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I came across. I'm gonna share it with you. I came across a poster. It was a fan made poster that I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just like a Deadpool poster, but it's like some metal surface with gunshots, but at the bottom it has claw marks.
Oh.
And I love when things like that happen because it reminds me that Deadpool was created from Wolverine, and there's a hope. There's a chance.
Dude,
there might be a possibility.
I'm telling you right now, there has to be a possibility, and somewhere in Deadpool 3, we might get a Wolverine just cameo pop in. I'm gonna send you the link. It was made by Boss Logic, who's a pretty cool fan artist. And yeah, I mean whatever gives hope. I agree. And with that being said, what do you guys think about the whole Deadpool coming out and stuff like that, like Deadpool 3? Are you guys excited for it to come out? And do you think Wolverine might show up? I personally think he is. And this poster is fucking phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty good. I like how they had that little E there imprinted, but they have it turned around to make it look like a 3 in the bottom. I like it. I like this a lot. That's a cool poster. But guys, so with this, now we're gonna go into a different subject, which I really wanted to talk about soon because I saw last night actually a stand-up, and it's not much of a stand-up. It was kind of like Dave Chappelle venting, should we say, right?
Yeah. Well, not really venting, just him explaining his decision for doing what he did. And that's where.
And that's why we're going to come up with this right now. What?
No, I was going to say, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. So that's where we come up with now with the real question is, why did all suddenly the Chappelle Show disappear from Netflix? Well, Dave Chappelle made a little stand-up. I forgot the name of it right now. It was more than 14 minutes long. And it was called Unforgiven. There we go. Unforgiven. And he pretty much tells you a little story of when he started as a young chap in a comedy club growing up. And then he and the thing about Dave Chappelle, when he explains this, when he's setting you up with something that is gonna kind of like fill in afterwards, it's all story based, and he tells you life lessons along the way. So at the age of 15, he did an amazing joke that involved I'm not gonna even say it here because it's just kind of weird now. He had an amazing joke, and a comedian wanted to borrow it. He's like, sure, at the age of 15, he didn't know any better. He's like, yeah, borrow my joke. It doesn't matter. The guy did the joke, and he kept on using it just because. And Dave was like, hey, that's my joke. I want it back because I want to keep all my jokes with me because those are mine. So the guy's like, all right, fine. Look, I'll just give you $50 for that joke. which is kind of like a slap in the face, to be honest. But the guy was like, so Dave was like, no, I'm not going to give you $50. So the guy pretty much said, he towered over him because he was taller, bigger, and he told him, I'm just going to take it from you. And that's what you hear in the beginning of the video. So you're like, wow, like that's kind of deep. So then during the whole course of his life lessons, he's learning a lot of things in life. Like, for instance, never trust somebody with a joke, right? Second, never take what is it called? Never take food, or never mess with somebody's food, in other words, or never mess with somebody's money. Second life lesson. Third life lesson, always read your contract. So, with that being said, Dave Chappelle pretty much goes on to a huge conversation about why he cannot do the Chappelle show no more. He was going to come back. Well,
not so much he can't do the Chappelle show no more. Why he doesn't want to? Why he doesn't want the Chappelle show to be seen?
Absolutely, but that's the part where I was going to get to, because when he came back to Netflix with his own thing, with his own little comedy stuff, which by far funny stuff, you have to see it on Netflix. He wanted to do the Chappelle show. He wanted to redo the Chappelle show and push it out, but he can't. He can't use the name Chappelle Show because Netflix, sorry, Comedy Central is using his name. Well, yeah, Viacom is using that name as kind of like a cash grab, just because people are watching the show still on Comedy Central after hours and stuff like that. So imagine a show that was funny back in early 2000s.
Yeah, and
now people are still watching. They're like, oh man, the Chappelle show is hilarious. Oh man, I miss that show. Chappelle, Dave, you should do that show again. He can't, because they pretty much, they have a clause on that thing.
Not just it can't. The reason why he was against the show being seen on streaming is because he's not getting paid for that show
at all, and they took ownership of his name, which I was like, what?
One of the reasons why he stopped doing the show at the beginning was because he had issues with people in his group and his inner circle, but also with Viacom themselves.
Yes,
and they took ownership of his show, so they had the rights to go and say to tell Netflix, okay, pay us so that you can stream it. And he doesn't get any pay. He doesn't get paid for it.
Nothing.
And that was part of his plea in that little stand up, that little bit that you in the Unforgiven, where he basically tells his audience, listen, I don't want you to boycott a network. I want you to boycott me.
Yeah.
Don't watch it no more.
That's brave. That's
if you really cared about me and you like my comedy and you like what I do, don't watch Chappelle Show. Yeah. Because I don't get paid for that. And I don't think it's right for them to make money off of me without me getting something out. And
I'm totally 100% with that.
Oh,
just like the fact that, and just like the way he pitched that show to HBO, and HBO's like, why do we need you? All right. A couple years later, nowadays, they're using his show on HBO Max. Why the hell they need him, right? They're using his likeness, his comedy show and everything on HBO. It sucks. It sucks. And Dave Chappelle doesn't get a dime of it, which, to be honest, that's all fucked up. All fucked up. Can you imagine if they were to use one of our shows or one of our likenesses, and they're like, oh yeah, we're not going to pay you. It's yours. Yeah, it's you, but we're not going to give you a dime for it. That sucks, dude.
That's what happens in the business.
Yep. And that's why you have to always read the fine print before you sign anything, guys.
No, read the whole thing.
Read the whole thing. All of it.
And
even the part that says the.
Don't read it by yourself.
Nope.
Get a lawyer.
Yep.
Let the lawyer read it.
I totally agree. You read it by yourself, you're gonna be caught up with something that you probably don't understand and will get fucked over. So, guys, life lessons here. But I believe that Chappelle needs this help, and I'm glad that he did the call. He called Netflix and told them how he felt about this. And what did Netflix do? Hey, no problem, Dave. We'll take it off.
Not just that he called Netflix and told him and asked him to do it, but they did it.
Yeah, they just did it.
Because they threw money at Viacom to get the rights to the show, and he's been working with Netflix.
Yeah.
But he also mentioned that in the segment where he respects Netflix because they had a good working relationship, and so he felt like he can come up to them and say, "Listen, can you do this for me?"
Yeah.
And they went ahead and did it.
Again,
That's a pretty stand-up thing for them to do.
Again, I just think that he needs this help. And if you guys haven't seen the Unforgiven little bit that he has, I'll make sure to find it and put it here for you guys to watch it. Not on the show, but for you guys to look at it on a certain time and stuff like that, because we're not going to put it here for just copyright reasons and whatnot. And especially the fact that I respect this man so much that I want him, to get this help and get it. Oh, I want him a lot, dude. He's awesome. Like, can you imagine having Dave Chappelle on our show?
I can't imagine so glorious a thing.
Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I mean, first of all, I'll probably be like, "Gotcha, bitch," but then in the reality, I'm just gonna be excited to the fact that we're talking to the guy. But who knows? I mean, the future can only tell us what's so much. So let's see what happens. But guys, whatever Dave Chappelle is putting out there, I highly suggest to help him out. This guy is a great comedian.
Fabulous comedian.
Yes, but with all that, let's just continue. And what the next story that we're going to be talking about is Wonder Woman 1984 sets a global release date. I mean, I thought it was already done. That they said pretty much it was going to be on. Hold up. Okay, Google. Shut up.
She ain't gonna listen to you. She gonna be like, why you gotta be so rude?
Oh my God. I'm gonna leave that because I can't believe that she interrupted me. Fucking bitch.
I believe it.
So Wonder Woman is gonna be set off to be a 1984 release. So the dates was gonna be in December, which I am more than sure it's gonna be on the 25th of December, which it's been established already. So I'm not sure why they're making it such a big phenomenal thing, but
I'll tell you why.
Because go ahead. I know you're gonna do it.
I'll tell you why.
Do it.
Because Warner had decided that they were going to do a release in theaters and on HBO Max. But HBO Max is not available everywhere, so they're going to start staggering it in areas where HBO Max is not available.
I see.
For example, in France, movie theaters are going to open on the 15th. So Wonder Woman 1984 will release there on the 16th.
Huh. That's some crazy stuff, dude.
It's not crazy. I mean, listen, it's like I told you. Movie theaters are clamoring to have content, to have movies to show. Remember the beef that Universal started when they said they were all their movies are gonna go straight to streaming?
Yeah, I remember.
Well, they worked out something with the movie theaters, and now the movie theaters get it like 15 days before. So movies will have an exclusive window, 15 days, to show Universal movies, and then those movies go to streaming. The movie theaters are clamoring for things to show.
I mean, I want to see Wonder Woman 84. I do want to see it, but I don't know. I'd just rather be home and watching it. Like if they're going to be coming out because they're going to put it on theaters. They're already announcing it. It's going to be in theaters on December 25th, and they're pushing it that hard to make sure it comes out. But I'll just be home. I mean, if they're not going to put it out there yet, like they did with Christopher Nolan's movie, because that movie hasn't showed up nowhere yet.
Tenet.
Yeah, it hasn't shown up. That was going to be
theatrical, and that made a decent amount of money considering, but nowhere near the amount of money they wanted it to make. But that's why a lot of theaters are hedging their bets. Disney decided they were going to release Soul, their latest Pixar movie, on Disney Plus.
Huh.
There's talk about other movies maybe going to streaming, maybe more big movies. Well, I mean, you mentioned Freaky and there's a couple of other ones that have gone to movie theaters first, but they're going to be in streaming not long after.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way the business is now.
Well, whatever. So let's see what happens after Thanksgiving and this month actually, and see what happens in the beginning of December, and see what more talks are they going to bring up for Wonder Woman 1984. But on with the show. This part right now is the part that I'm interested to see if this is going to be a thing. And it's Wesley Snipes rumored for a villain role in the MCU reboot of Blade. Look, I'm a big Wesley Snipes fan in the Blade series. Not, which one was it? Number 3, I think it was. Yeah,
no, Blade 3.
It was a 3.
Starring Deadpool. No, that was that.
No. They didn't keep that one. Number 1 was awesome. Number 2, it pushed the boundaries.
It was good in its own way. And remember, the maniac of Guillermo del Toro was the one that directed that movie. Okay, yeah,
that's why it was pushing it to the point where I was like, I'm not liking this, especially you have these weird ass vampires, but whatever. It was still an okay movie. But him as Blade, for me, was badass. So the fact that he's going to be now rumored for a villain in the MCU reboot for Blade, it's a thought. Willie, tell me something. What comes to your mind when you think of him as a villain in an MCU movie?
I don't know that I've seen Wesley Snipes as a villain in anything. No, that's not true. That was very dumb of me to say. He has played a villain. See if you remember where. Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, you think it could be worse though?
No, I don't. I mean, I'd say it'll be good to see him again. Yeah, it'll be good to see him again as in movies. And by the way, it was Demolition Man.
That's what I was thinking about. Can you imagine if he comes back with that type of mentality, like in Demolition Man?
The movie was crazy.
I
love that movie.
The movie's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I mean, here's a thing. But Blade in itself is a weird property. Like, okay, Disney and Marvel have been wanting to get back into Blade ever since they got the rights back. Did you know that Blade was originally going to be a TV series?
It was already, though.
No, it was going to be when they announced that Mahershala Ali was going to be Blade.
Oh, okay.
And last time at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
Prior to that announcement, they were thinking about Blade as a TV series instead of movie.
Ugh. I mean, they did it already, and it didn't really settle right.
Well, I mean, let's be serious. It wasn't Wesley Snipes.
True, very true. But you remember that TV series? Like, I remember seeing it when I was sick, because of course that's what you do when you're sick. You watch really bad stuff on TV. And I remember seeing the series, and dude, I saw it, and I was just like, "The hell is this garbage?" And I was just watching the whole thing. I saw the whole series to the point where I was like, "Oh my god, finally it's finished!" But do I want more?
I will say you hit something strong when you said when you watch shit when you're sick. I remember my teenage years when I'd be sick. When I was sick and I'd stay home, we had just discovered cable.
Oh, yes.
And I would watch some movies in cable that I'm like, oh my god, these are terrible movies. It was because of cable TV in my teenage years that I learned that such movies as Turk 182 and oh my god, Turk 182, a dumb movie that I kind of like, sort of kind of like. It's one of those syndromes. What the hell? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
I understand, but still,
it's one of those things where you oh my god, this movie's so terrible, but I've seen it 35 times. I think I like it now.
Yeah, it's one of those like you don't really know how to settle in. You can't be like, I hate this movie, but then you're like, I need to keep watching it just because.
I'm trying to remember the fucking word for that. Oh my God, my brain.
Well, I call it torture. Fuck that.
No. Torture is not. Turk 182 was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
Well,
It's
no,
not
but
like
I'm saying
it's
like
not like we
watching
were
a good.
watching X-Men Apocalypse or anything.
Oh God, how dare you say that? I mean, we saw the
Listen,
garbage, but Jesus.
Listen, I finally saw New Mutants, and I mean, it doesn't suck,
Yeah.
but I wasn't happy.
I mean, I saw it too, and I wasn't like, oh my God, you guys had to see it. All I told you was,
Well,
it wasn't as bad. Like I'm not too familiar with the lore of that show, of that comic, if I should say. But I was like, it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't that great either. So I was like, but I can only imagine. Huh?
I had the extra baggage of being a fan of the New Mutants in the comics, so seeing this was a little jarring, just a little. I mean, the movie itself wasn't that great, but it could have been a lot worse.
No,
Like,
I totally agree. Totally agree with you.
I kind of turned off the moment. My brain kind of turned off the moment I saw Ilyana Rasputin being a bitch, like a hardcore bitch.
Yeah, but she was bad, dude. She was the worst.
She was.
You're like, God, Jesus Christ, man. Can you stop?
I wasn't happy with that.
Yeah.
Overall, it could have been worse.
It could have been.
But not that bad. And the
You
thing
know
I
what?
was thinking about, thing I was thinking about was Stockholm syndrome.
Oh.
That thing where you start to like, oh my God, this is terrible. I think I like it.
Such an abusive.
A little
that's
bit
abusive.
of Stockholm syndrome.
All right, let's see how Stockholm syndrome will work out with this movie. Which, thank God, it's debunked already as it was just a rumor, so it's fake news. And they were talking about having Rihanna in Black Panther 2. Willie, there's not enough drinks, booze, and drugs in this world that will make me watch that movie if she was in it. Because her acting in what was it? No, not Battlefield. Battleship and any other movie that she's in is just horrible. It is the worst acting. I mean, the girl cannot act for nothing. Like, her life dependent on acting will be dead right now.
I see your point, but to counter that,
yes,
she isn't exactly the worst actress to ever grace a screen.
True, but still, it cannot be any worse. Because look, we had Tommy Wiseau, and Tommy Wiseau was actually cool with me.
Wait, Beyonce.
You know what? All right.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Can you imagine those three in a fucking movie?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, why don't we make a new First Wives Club?
Oh, no, stop. That'll be the first divorce club right there to ever take off. Bye.
Whatever. Okay. She's not the most offensive thing you've seen on screen.
Oh no, absolutely not. But look, I'm gonna be honest. Beyonce acting is even worse. Taylor Swift, yeah, she sucks big everything when she's fucking trying to act and trying to be all hardcore.
I don't think that she ever has.
She can't. No.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, but Rihanna trying to be a badass and trying to react surprise and all that shit. Again, Tommy Wiseau does it best in the room.
Listen,
that's it, hands down. Go.
You willingly saw Diamond Cobra versus the White Fox.
They have better acting than she does.
Oh, you need to go to confession because that's a lie.
Oh, hey man, Egg Salad Man was fucking awesome.
Okay, but he wasn't the woman.
I don't care. His acting was fucking amazing.
I mean, he was Egg Salad.
Yes, he was Egg Salad, and his acting was above beyond what I wanted.
Okay, all right. Let me put it to you this way.
Okay.
What's worse, Rihanna in Battleship?
Okay.
Or everything that you saw in Veronica?
Fuck you. That's all I gotta tell you. Fuck you.
So Rihanna wins.
Rihanna wins, yeah.
Okay, folks, Veronica. I made this man. I made Punisher watch this movie.
The movie was a horrible piece of shit. There was no way in this world I would sit there. I did because why? Punisher because I didn't punish. No, I saw this fucking movie and it was the worst. There was no point to nothing. Nothing was ever meant. You know what? Even the Crypt Keeper chick that was in that movie. Oh my God! Why did they make that movie?
She was pretty though.
Yeah, that's true. But still,
but
the last one. The last one. There was no need for the last one.
I'll tell you why they made that movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
They made that movie because Glenn Danzig decided that Rob Zombie can't have all the fun.
He can go to hell, dude.
He probably is.
He can go to all the hells.
Probably on my bus.
Oh, no. I don't want him on our bus because I forbid him in our bus.
You don't get to make the rules. This is the bus to hell.
I don't give a damn. I can make all the rules I want. I'm Punisher, damn it.
He is going to be in there singing Mother the entire time.
Oh, God.
And you'll be thankful because at least it's not Britney Spears.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll accept. It's fine.
All right, then. I'm glad we can come to this. So, wait. So we have an accord.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about. No, I gotta say it right. Let's talk about something else, brother.
Oh yeah, and it's about Hulk Hogan shares an update on Chris Hemsworth Hulkamania biopic. He's ready, brother. Oh my God! So we had the Hulkster himself saying that Chris Hemsworth is ready for the fucking movie. Dude, have you seen how shredded this guy is?
He's shredded. He is more shredded than the wheat.
Oh my God! Like, I can count all the fibers of muscle in this man's body. Which I'm like, I to be honest, I thought he grew a gut when I was looking at one part when he's pushing the tire. I see this little thing in there. I'm like, what the hell is that gut hanging in there? I'm like, oh no, that's a muscle. That's a muscle, guys. I'm wrong. I thought my gut hanging down, that was it. No, that's a muscle. He has a muscle. This is gut. This is fat right here.
Listen.
What?
I just want you to know this.
Yes, sir.
The moment that I heard that Chris Hemsworth was cast as Hulk Hogan, the very first thing that popped in my head, and I think you know where I'm going with this one.
Go ahead.
Him sitting there with that handlebar mustache, holding Mjolnir, telling people, "Let me tell you about the 9 realms, brother."
I want that. I want that to happen.
I want that to happen so bad. Like, if instead of being Lebowski, he would have been Hulk Hogan, not the other Hulk. Hulk Hogan. How mad would you have been?
I would never be mad. I'll just be there like, I see nothing wrong. Do you see anything wrong? I don't see anything wrong. I'll just be eating popcorn like a fucking maniac, just loving it. But I want him to. But you know what? Instead of having the hammer itself, I wanted to have fucking Stormbreaker, but instead of the cross that he has on on his little necklace, it'll be a tiny little Mjolnir there. Could that happen?
That's fine.
Could that?
That's fine.
I want that. I want that.
That's fine.
And I wanted to say that. Let me do it with 9 rolls, brother.
It'll be funny when he sits there and he talks about saying your prayers, considering that you'll be praying to Odin.
Yes, because you have to pray to Odin.
I mean, you would have to change the line a little bit.
Well, he's not gonna be brother.
Instead of saying say your prayers and eat your vitamins, maybe it'll be like sacrifice a goat and eat your vitamins.
Most likely, but he's gonna be talking to. Let me tell you a story about this, brethren.
Yeah.
Because you know how he is. You know that.
Let me tell thee about a story, brethren.
Yes, I see it. It is clear as daylight, and I want it to happen.
I listen. I would sign up.
You know what? You know what? Let this come out. We'll rent the theater, Willie. It'll just be you and me. I don't care about anything else. It'll just be you and me. We'll rent the theater and we'll watch this shit right there. I don't give a fuck.
No, this is something that has to be shared with the world. Chris Hemsworth as Hulk Thor. I don't know how that's going to work, considering they already have a Hulk. But still, I would see it.
So will I.
Now that we're done with all these stories,
yes,
let me tell you a couple other stories.
Okay.
See, this is the segment where I would have some stories to horrify you. Well, I do have one story that will horrify you in a way,
Okay.
but instead, I want to share something with you that'll make you happy.
Okay. Sure.
There's a lot of talk about Spider-Man 3.
Okay.
And they've already talked about how Tom Holland is going to share the Spidey screen with Andrew Garfield and the other guy whose name I forgot, Tobey Maguire.
Toby, yeah.
So it's going to be, a Spider-Verse type of thing. Well, reportedly, Alfred Molina is going to be in there too.
I'm sorry, who?
Alfred Molina.
Explain, who is that?
Doc Ock.
Get out of here.
Alfred Molina is reportedly reprising his Dr. Octopus role for Spider-Man 3.
Oh my God. You're kidding me.
They're already filming. Now, we don't know. I mean, we know that Jamie Foxx is going to be there and he's going to be Electro. But I guess people have seen Alfred Molina on the set. I'm sorry.
God. I am just so like you don't understand. Right now, I could stop the stream because that's how happy I'll be right now.
The original
Jesus
trilogy
Christ.
of the original trilogy, part 2 is my favorite. I think it's everybody's favorite because Alfred Molina really, really, really sold.
Oh my
his role
God.
as Dr. Otto
He was
Octavius.
amazing as Doc Ock. Holy cow. It was very dramatic, very deep. The whole thing with the little sensor in the back of his neck, it shorted it out so the things were just acting on its own. Amazing, dude.
No, he was a great villain. He was.
Yes.
But the good news doesn't stop there.
What is it?
Scott Derrickson, the director of Doctor Strange,
Okay.
was interviewed and asked about the next movie, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And he said this because, as that has been revealed little by little, Spider-Man factors heavily into Doctor Strange.
Oh.
And he said this little nugget, which is I think is the best. It's going to be music to your ears.
What is it?
All Spider-Man iterations are de facto MCU.
Wait. Repeat that one more time?
All Spider-Man iterations are de facto MCU. Basically, the way he sees it, the Doctor Strange movie is going to have multiple iterations of Spider-Man and not just the 3 that were on film.
We're going to get Japanese Spider-Man?
We're gonna get get Spider-Geddon. Oh no, you're talking about Japanese Spider-Man.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about 1970s Japanese.
Yes, that's the only Spider-Man I could think about right now.
Oh yeah, but I thought Spider-Geddon. I thought Spider-Ham.
We're gonna get Spider-Ham, maybe.
I thought 1970s American Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I am. You know what? I'm done. I am so over happy right now that I cannot contain myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am so yeah. I'm
well, let me go ahead and temper your enthusiasm with a little bit of horror.
Go ahead.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 2 talks have happened at Netflix.
Goodbye. No, cut the shit. What? No.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space 2.
Nope.
Because the first one was so wonderful.
Nope. Sorry, I'm just saying nope. Because I have this allergic reaction to bullshit. So nope.
We are talking to them. We're talking all the time. This is Stephen Chiodo.
Fuck.
Chiodo, who is talking about this. This is the director. Get this. We've been trying to do a sequel since we made the film, and fans get angry with us.
What? They're trying to do a part 2 since they finished part 1?
Oh, yeah.
How long ago was this shit?
I don't remember.
You know what? They should just quit while they're ahead. Fuck that. Sorry. Control Delete backspace.
Oh, but wait,
get
it
out.
could have been worse.
Oh yeah, how worse?
Oh, it was really the original was released in 1988.
Okay.
It could have been worse. In 2018, they were in talks with Sci-Fi.
So, yeah, it could have been really worse. Yeah, we're gonna have 8-legged sharks with killer clowns from outer space. Yeah.
No. 8-legged sharks.
No, 8-headed sharks. Sorry, wrong movie.
No. That wasn't Sci-Fi. It was 6-headed shark attack on Sci-Fi.
I probably was.
I
It
don't
sounds like
know.
it. It sounds like a sci-fi
And you saw
movie.
that.
Yeah, which I was like, ugh.
Okay, you saw that movie.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
Rihanna's where you draw the line.
Yeah. Because I know what I'm walking into when I see an 8-headed shark. But when you see Rihanna coming, you're like, ugh, fuck.
I know what I'm walking into when I see Rihanna.
Yeah, bad acting.
A beautiful woman.
Okay, besides that.
I'm right though.
Yeah, you're not wrong either, but you're right.
Okay then. I can't get confirmation that 6-headed shark attack was on Sci-Fi. Or Siffy, because that's how it's spelled.
Sci-fi, yeah. That's how they spell sci-fi now on sci-fi.
Remember when Sci-Fi had interesting shows?
Oh my god, back then, yeah.
Oh my god, wait, hold on a second. This is not true. This is not true.
What is it?
Okay, hold on a second. Oh, let's have a little bit of history.
Okay.
So, 6-headed shark attack.
Okay.
It was a continuation. It's a franchise.
Continuation? What, this fucker gets more heads?
Well, but because this explains everything. 2-headed shark attack was a movie created by the Asylum in 2012.
Mother of God.
That makes all the sense in the world. Because of course it was Asylum. For those that don't know, the Asylum is a company that likes making what people know as mockbusters.
Yeah.
Movies that pretend that try to carry over themes from successful movies that are just coming out to try to steal from them. That's how we got such wonderful movies as the Transmorphers.
Oh, God, Jesus Christ. I don't know why you remind me of that bullshit.
Because you have to remember.
I don't want to remember. Like, between you and I and all the garbage that we watch, I think we have enough to just, hold us over for like another 45 years.
Oh no, there's more.
Just keep going.
There's more. Like, come on, the people who made such wonderful movies as Battlestar Wars.
Battlestar Wars?
Yeah, I mean, why steal from one when you can steal from both?
Yeah.
Or my favorite one, DMX, starred in Fast and Fierce.
Lord, poor guy. No wonder he's heavy on the drugs right now.
Oh, he's heavy on the Jesus now.
Oh, he's on Jesus now?
He was a pastor last time I checked.
Oh shit, that's interesting. Lord, forgive
Eric
me.
Roberts, or who can forget the Eric Roberts movie, Top Gunner?
No, stop.
Oh yeah, and by the way, there was also a 3-headed shark attack.
Oh, only? Jeez.
Oh no, not only. Who said anything about only? There was a 5-headed shark attack.
My God.
But they were so cheap they only put 4 heads on it.
Only? Again?
Mm-hmm. And the best part, there's gonna be a 7-headed shark attack.
You know what? Yeah, I think I'm. You know what? Stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Like, will they get to 9 heads? And it'll just look like no. It's 7. I can look at a 7-headed shark. Would it be like a menorah with teeth?
No.
I'm curious now. But whatever, I've horrified you. You can go ahead and do the outro.
I am so done. Guys, with that being said, this episode was brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIA Geeks 10 to save 10% on your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS 10. All in caps. Description down below. Remember, guys, copy the promo code, click on the link, save 10%. And just to let you know, even with those 10% saved, you can also get an additional 15% when you buy the tubs. Buy one, get one free. It's a must. So jump on that. It's a Black Friday special. Highly suggest to do it, guys. And also, please make sure to hit like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know what come with this amazing news, which is 3 times a week. 2 video game podcasts in the beginning and the end of the week, and 1 movie podcast smack dab in the middle. And guys, thank you so much for joining us. And Willie, I fucking hate you.
Watch Veronica, people. Watch it.
God. If you hate your life, yeah, watch it. It's going to give you a really turnaround. You're going to be like, you know what? My day wasn't that really bad.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't really want to live anyway.
Yeah, fuck that. Bye, everybody. Take care now. Peace.
Bah!